Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is May 21st, 2024, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, this time it's the Nasdaq, which represents some of the biggest tech stocks in the US, rallies to new all-time record highs. But first, looking at today's major economic event. So at 2:30 South African time out of Canada, we have a monthly CPI number coming out. Now looking at those Forex symbols, the major pairs really tapering off and sliding lower. And as we look at the indices, the Dow Jones retracing after yesterday's push higher. And looking at commodities, gold retracing from all-time record highs. And natural gas continues to rally even higher. Now looking at the stocks, JP Morgan yesterday made all-time record highs, but then nosedive as the news comes out that Jamie Dimon, the CEO, will be stepping down sometime soon. And looking at the rest of the stocks, really mixed. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin clearing 70K as mentioned. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go with the Euro USD. Now we're pretty much unchanged when it comes to the Euro USD, but this is what I do want to highlight. When we saw the Australian dollar rally yesterday, but it took a little bit of a retracement since then. Okay, if we look at a daily chart, it did push higher and break that resistance-ish level, but then couldn't hold it. Okay, so this seems to be the current theme in the market, where something pushes higher, it doesn't sustain it, and then breaks lower. We're going to see the same thing with gold in just a second. So keep this in mind. Support-ish at 66.28. So consider that as that is a possible support-ish area. Now the rest of the major Forex symbols really doing not much. So I'm going to jump into commodities. Gold tapered off yesterday after hitting that 24.52-ish level. Now we are at 24.17-ish level, and we're bouncing off of it, which is previous resistance, subsequent support. So this would be a natural inclination of where we would jump off of it. So keep that in mind. Now crude oil didn't do anything, so we're going to jump into natural gas, pushing every single day, pushing higher to $2.73. Now this is a decent play, as it's broken that 200-day moving average on a daily. We still have some way to go on a weekly, as mentioned yesterday, but we do have resistance at 3, so keep that in mind, as that is a possible turning point. Now jumping into the US markets, the Dow Jones tapering off lower yesterday. Okay, just selling off a few hundred points, not a big deal, off of our all-time record highs, close to it. Okay, so that's not bad. Looking at the Nasdaq though, broke out even higher. Okay, not everything went, and we're going to dissect each one. Now first, I'm going to cover JP Morgan, because that was the one that pushed to all-time record highs yesterday and brought the Dow Jones back to where it was, and then nosedives on the news that Jamie Dimon, the CEO, will be stepping down sometime soon. Completely validated. It's the largest financial institution in the world. Jamie Dimon has been almost, breeded for his position as CEO. I would say that his, comments on the market, his comments about politics, his comments just in general, just radiate almost everything in the market. So this is really an important event. Now I do expect a correctional move at some point, because it is JP Morgan. It is the largest financial institution in the world. And I would imagine they would continue using the same type of theme, that they have someone already lined up, which is completely, one of the things that, the industry does, right? You have somebody that replaces somebody, okay? Back in the day, it was Sandy Whale that actually, kind of taught Jamie Dimon what he knows. So, these things are just a matter of, replacing people. And JP Morgan's not going anywhere, okay? That's just the reality of it, at least for now, all right? So keep in mind that we do have supporters at 194, so we may jump off of it. Now, looking at the rest of the tech stocks, all right? Apple pushed higher. So this could have been a, incentive for, the Nasdaq to push higher. If we look at Facebook, also just really unchanged. But let's take a look at Google, because that has been also pretty strong in this type of market. Okay, pushing to all-time record highs again. And that might be what's propelling the Nasdaq even higher. Okay, NVIDIA also pivoting back to its highs. Now, NVIDIA coming out with its quarterly earning reports tomorrow, I believe. Yes, 5/22. It's coming out tomorrow, so you do want to know it's coming out with its quarterly earning reports. That's going to be an exciting event. So with that all said, markets are showing some strength, okay, on the upside, and some pivot on the upside. So keep that in mind. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, clear 70K in just one day, all right? Went from 66 to 71. That's a huge move, okay? Now we are hitting resistance levels. Keep that in mind. There is an aggressive resistance at this level. So if we do push above it, if we clear 75, this could make all-time new record highs. So keep that in mind. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.